and welcome back to MD Global Muscle in Season 5. Here at the On Rise Me studio with me, your host, Giles Thomas, and we're joined 1 week out from the Arnold UK. For me, he's the pre-contest favourite, Mark Hector.
Hi, Giles. Thanks for the introduction. I'll definitely take that kind comment from you.
Mate, and the thing is, it's not like I'm blowing smoke up your ass, because what I'm going to do is I'm actually doing the preview tomorrow, and It's actually going to come out before this comes out, so you'll see what I'm going to say. But for me, mate, honestly, I put that expletive on your video that you posted the other day. I meant it, mate.
Okay. That means a lot. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that.
Right. So, hang on. Was it, let's go back because you haven't competed for a while. Was it third at the British Grand Prix in 2020 was your last contest?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. So pro debut season was 2020 where I'd done the Spain Europa, came 7th. And then my second pro show was 2020, the British Grand Prix, where I came 3rd.
Yeah. No, that was a great showing. But if I was to ask you, what would you say were your weaknesses in your physique then that you don't have now?
I would say overall size in my legs. There was definitely down. So in particular, I'll pick out my quads, my adductors, and even my hamstrings to a certain extent, more so from the side and the rear. So basically the whole of my legs. And I'd also say that although I had good back width, the thickness wasn't quite there, as wasn't the top line of my chest as well. So that's been areas where I've really gone away and worked on during the off season during 2021. And I'm confident that the next time I step on stage a week out from the Arnold's, it's going to be a completely different physique.
Mate, honestly, because I was watching your progress in 2021, and of course, because you went really big and off season and heavy, and you were still posting it. And sometimes it's hard to see. It's like sometimes Jamie's like that. Sometimes when they go really big, you think, have they made any improvements? And honestly, mate, I'll be honest with you, I was worried. And then as you started to come into your prep, the magic started to happen.
Yeah, I think that's the deceiving thing sometimes with off-season. People sometimes look at the physique and think, are they just putting on too much body fat? Are they actually making the progress? But I think the thing for me working with Cal as my coach, we really looked at the areas what needed to be improved. So a key area was legs. So we worked on training legs 3 times a week. We split the volume up equally across the sessions to make sure he's making maximum progress. And then we're adding in a push-pull split, which I've never done before, just to keep the upper body at maintenance, but to put more emphasis on growing the lower body. And I think as well, the thing for me is I could still see my shape. So I could still see visible abs. I could still see where the growth was happening in my legs. So although I didn't have a physique where you think, all right, this guy's like 12 weeks out from the show, I knew that the progress was being made, and that was enough for me to say, right, we're on the right path here.
I was proper zooming in, and I was thinking, I'm not, because sometimes it's, when you post, because a lot of people won't post videos when they're full off season, but you were like, look guys, I'm still here, I'm working away, and then literally as the prep got closer and closer, honestly I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Now, I'll be honest, I was nervous when I heard you switch coaches a couple of years ago, but then you told me one of the benefits to having your new coach is that he trains with you.
Yeah. I remember actually seeing you at a show and we were speaking, and I could almost see like the look on your face, like, have you made the right decision here? And you didn't really say much on it, but I could tell by the body language. But I knew deep down that the change I made was the right change for me. And I don't think it's necessarily you need a certain name coach to be able to take you to the next level. It's a coach who understands your body, understands the biomechanics and how to get the best out of you. Yeah. And I think the change that I made with Cal has definitely done that. So, yeah, we've been training together the majority of the off-season. I've been traveling 45 minutes each way to train with him for the majority of my sessions as well. And it's just been a blessing because he's not only a coach who can help to bring out the best in me, he understands biomechanics as well. So we've looked at the physique and think, right, what exercise is going to benefit me the most? We're not just going to do, let's say, a back squat because that's what people do. It's looking at, right, what works best for your physique and how can we make maximum progress? And it's really been a blessing, to be honest.
I mean, from what I'm seeing, it's not like you've just brought your quads up or your sweep up. You've brought, your calves. Your calves were okay before, but you've got really, I would never have believed that you could have got calves has developed in such a short space of time. I mean, it's like the whole half of your body has completely transformed.
Yeah, so even touching on calves, for example, so he's training legs 3 times a week, but calves will be trained 3 times a week as well. So there's an exercise machine called a true squat. So I was actually piling up like 4 plates, 4.5 plates each side. And I was doing my 3 sets on calf raises. So I was doing standard. And then I was also doing seated calf raises, donkey calf raises, working every single angle possible to improve the whole physique. So it wasn't just, right, let's just work one angle. How can we bring out the best for overall development? And it's been pretty good to watch unfold, to be honest.
You absolutely went to war on that lower body, didn't you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we did. But the thing is, I was still able to recover. So before, when I was potentially doing like 4 or 5 sets per exercise, this time we completely stripped it down. So I went to a top set, back off set split. Sometimes we did an extended set, which might have been a drop set or a rest pause. But generally, it was no more than 3 sets per exercise. So volume was split up maybe like 5 exercises per leg session. Whereas before I was used to doing like 8, 9 exercises. And that's a lot to recover from. But because I was doing top sets, so for example, I think my hat squats, I worked up to probably about 8 plates a side on a hat squat.
Wow.
And I would never do that before because doing 4 or 5 sets, my body just couldn't handle it. So I probably work at like 5 or 6 plates. But that extra poundage in a safe way, it's just been able to add on the extra size.
Have you had any niggles or injuries or?
Yeah, so ongoing shoulder issue, which has just been, probably for about a good year or so. So I've not actually done no direct shoulder pressing work for over a year. The only work I've done on my shoulder is cuff, the laterals and rear delt exercises. And to be honest, I think it's the best my shoulders have ever looked.
I was just about to say that because I saw that video and it was like, because I think the one thing that when I'm looking in the lineup, say I'm watching the live stream or I'm watching you on stage, the thing that really stands out, that makes you stand out from every single other competitor is your waist to shoulder differential. Like your waist and your like the shoulder width, the clavicle width. It's just I think the last time I saw that to that extent was 99 Olympia Ronnie Coleman or Paul Dillette.
Wow. And they're great bodybuilders, really great bodybuilders.
They're okay.
I remember 2020 when you interviewed me after the Europa show, you said to me, I think you had Billy on as well, Billy Gone, and you said about my shoulder to waist ratio and how wide I am. And I think the exciting thing is now I've added on the extra muscle tissue, which anything, my waist is the same, if not slightly smaller. So it's exciting.
Wow. So, I mean, I get shit for asking this, but I mean, at the Grand Prix, compared to what you think you will be on stage, what's the difference in body weight? Do you think?
So, British Grand Prix, I competed at 240 pounds.
Yeah.
This morning, I was weighing mid 260s. This is the updates what I've been posting. I've been actually saying to people that I'm flat and depleted. I think people think I'm generally joking. This is actually me at my this. So Cal thinks I'll be somewhere between 20 to 25 pounds up, more towards the 25 pounds up. So somewhere around 265, full, dry, peeled. So it's going to be a completely different physique to 2020.
That's completely blown my mind.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, like, I mean, how tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
5'10". So, I mean, God, that's like, I mean, it's just, that is serious. The thing is, you've kept the quality, you've kept the small waist, you've kept the aesthetics, you've brought up the weak parts. I didn't really pay too much attention to your back because I was so busy looking at your shoulders and your legs and just seeing, like, just being completely blown away by the improvements. But
well, this is it as well. Even my rear poses, I've not really posted too much on it. I've got some pictures what I would love to share, but you know what? I'm going to hold something back because if people are impressed by my front, when I turn to the rear, I think you're going to be even more impressed because I'm on.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, when you turn to the side, it's like because you're so wide, but now it looks like you've got more density. So in the side poses, you know.
Yeah, agreed. agreed. And even from the rear, you can see the progress of what's been made. When I hit my rear double bicep, you can see the top line of my chest, the thickness, the rear delts. You can see the tiny waist where my lats has actually come down low on the insertions as well.
Yeah.
Glutes are pretty much peeled, so
nice.
It is exciting.
So 2 years away, mate. I mean, I'm going to be mindful of your time, by the way. Yeah. You know, you've been away 2 years. Are you excited? Because thing is, I mean, you know, it was a great lineup in the 2020 Grand Prix and the Spain show. But this new show, this Arnold UK, it's a completely different level. You've got Andrew Jack, Martin Fitzwater, you've got James Hollinshead, you know, Jamie, we've got all Andrea Presti, you know. So how are you feeling going into a show that is a much higher level?
I'm really excited for it. I've been asked quite a few times if I feel any pressure going into this show. And the simple answer is no, I feel no pressure at all. I've prepared as well as I can. I'll follow the plan down to a T. And in Cal, I honestly feel like I've got the best coach who's going to land me exactly where I need to be. And to be honest, whatever show you're competing in, whether it's at Arnold's, whether it's another pro show, there's no hiding. And this is the level I want to be competing at. So going into the show, I'm aware that there's people in the lineup who have beaten before. I'm aware there's people who there's quite a lot of hype around. But to be honest, it doesn't faze me at all. I know that once I deliver the physique I need to deliver on stage, it's going to be very competitive, and I'm sure it will be good enough to get the win.
I think the final call out, when they bring out the two, I think it's going to be you and Andrew.
Okay.
I do. I was trying to get. Okay. I was like checking his poker face there. Yeah, I do, and I like I said, I haven't seen James Hollinshead on stage for a while, so I don't know kind of improvements he's made. You know, because obviously some people are sort of, you know, he's one of the favourites as well. But I do. I think that's what that's what I'm predicting will be the final call out, and I think it'll be your structure that carries you through to the win.
Okay. Well, I really do appreciate that comment, and to be honest, it doesn't really faze me who the other person is in the second call out. I'm just so focused on what I need to do and what I need to deliver, and I think because I've got that much, I think when you're happy in the physique that you bring in, that helps to bring out a new level of confidence. And I would say my confidence right now is sky high. And there's so many changes what's going to happen over this next week in terms of filling out, trying out more. And I'm just so excited to deliver on stage.
I mean, you saying that you were flat in those videos. I mean, like I said to you, I said everything. I actually wrote about you in my next month's MD column. And wow. I said the kind of pop. Sorry? Yeah, I will. No, I'll send it to you. I will. Promise. Yeah, it's actually, I've just submitted it on, what day is it now? Sunday. I submit on Friday. It'll be in the following issue. I'll bring one to the Olympia because you're going to be there, mate.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Right. Okay. I'll wrap it up then. But yeah, so, I mean, I assume you haven't thought beyond the Arnold or is it just...
I have, yeah. So me and Cal spoke about different shows. So even getting the win at the Arnold, I would still like to do another show. So there's France the week after.
Okay.
No, there's also an Italy show, but we'll play it by ear. It would just be nice to practice another peak going into ahead of the Olympia, and then we can pull back, have a bit of a health phase before actually going into the Olympia. But my main goal is to win a pro show and get to the Olympia this year.
I think, yeah, I can hear Kerry saying yes in the background, yeah. No, honestly, I believe that it's going to happen. I said this to Vlad. I said, Vlad, I believe you're going to get through. I interviewed him the day before he won the Yamamoto, and I said, I believe you'll get through on a win. I said, you're not going to get through on points. I said, I've foreseen it. I said,
I'm so pleased with Vlad because when I was out in Kuwait, he was my roommate there. So
nice.
Since, and I'm just so really, really pleased for him that he got that win as well because I can imagine how much work he's put into getting there, and now he's finally done it. So definitely something I want to emulate.
Tell you what, there's some fantastic new pros coming up. So, I mean, you are pretty new still. Do you know what I mean? You're still pretty fresh out the box, you know.
Yeah, I agree. I think because this prep I've done something a lot different to what I normally do. I'm happy normally just to keep my head down, put the work in, then turn up on stage, and then just leave it for the judges. Whereas this time around, I thought, you know what? Let me put a bit more content out, let people know what I'm doing, what my physique's looking like. And I think people's really responded to that at the fact that I've been more open, I've shared how I'm looking, and I've really seen my social media grow. I've had so many nice comments, DMs from people, interviews from yourself as well. It's really motivating, and it's helping to add more fuel for the fire as well.
Mate, I'm really happy for you, and I'm also really excited as well.
Thank you very much. As am I. Honestly, I
can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it.
The NEC is the Midlands. I'm a Midlands person.
Oh God,
It's on my doorstep.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking forward to it. I won my pro card in Coventry, which is in the Midlands.
Yeah.
Now, the last time I won was 2018. So I'm going back to the Midlands now for the NEC Arnold's, and this is where I want to get my pro debut win.
Oh, nice. Okay, and I'll finish off. If you do Italy, mine, you might be up against Crizzo, so that would be interesting.
Okay.
Crizzo, yeah. And also, shameless plug here. Myself and Lauren will be doing live stream in Prague at the EVLS and at Romania. So, I mean, I don't know whether that's probably not on your radar, but to do, but because I think by then you'll have at least one win and be getting ready for the Olympia.
Yeah. I'm aware of those shows, but I'm trying not to plan as far as the 3 shows what I've mentioned.
Yeah. I mean, you can get all 3 wins there. Imagine that. Jeez. I mean, if it's like, I know body weight, and by the time you dry, it doesn't really matter. It's about how you look. But I think as a barometer of how much you've actually improved, I think that really is quite significant, mate. What you've done, you've really gone to work in this last 2 years, and I'm so happy for you, mate.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I think something what I've carried over from when I last competed and when I even turned pro is not focus so much on body weight. It's the overall look. And I think during this prep working with Cal as well, it's something he's reminded me of. As long as visually we're improving, then that's completely fine. Because I think up until this last 7 or 10 days when we really turn up the heat, I've been around the same sort of body weight, around 272, 273. Wow. And I've just been improving visually week on week. And it's not until the last 7 or 10 days where it's like, right, let's get you 95%. So I'm 95% ready now. By Wednesday, I'm going to be 100%. And then we're just going to start the carb loading process. And I really can't wait.
Can I say that literally what he's posting isn't even what he looks like? It's actually mad.
Wow.
Like I look at the and I think wow, but when I look at him, I think wow.
Yeah, that's incredible. And also, congratulations, Kerry, on your 3rd place in the bikini in the Motor Pro last weekend. Fantastic result.
Thank you.
Yeah, big improvements. Right, okay, I'll let you two go. You two guys go and get on with your day. And thank you so much for doing this last-minute interview. I really appreciate it because I know it's like week out. You know, your head's in the zone. So I do appreciate you taking the time to do this, Mark.
No, you're completely welcome. And I look forward to listening to the other episodes where you mentioned me as well. And also this one to make sure I didn't say anything too bad.
All right, then, mate. Well, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we'll be watching intently next week.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Kerry. And welcome back to MD Globe Muscle here for season 5 here at the On the Rise Media Studio with me, your host, Giles Thomas. And we are joined all the way from, not Holland, but Kuwait, Patrick Johnson.
Yes, what's up, guys?
Hang on, it's not Holland, it's Denmark, isn't it?
Denmark, yes, I'm from Denmark.
We're off to a great start.
It's long since, man.
Yeah.
Like 2 years ago since we make an interview.
No, it was, it says a year ago on the Skype.
A year ago?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Time flies, man.
Yeah, time flies. Right, Patrick, now you're obviously 1 week out from the Arnold UK.
Yes.
You know, and you've obviously relocated. I was obviously really pleased to hear that you'd relocated from Denmark to Kuwait to the Oxygen Gym. How did that whole thing come around?
You know, Abdullah, he's from Kuwait. Me and him, we have been in contact for since I won my pro card 2011, and he always wanted me to come here, but I'd never take the chances to take the big jump to take it to the next level because I was in Denmark working and take care of my family. So
yeah.
I was in a state of mind where it was now or never because I was ready to throw the gloves and said, I don't have a support system and this bodybuilding is draining me and I am staying the same stage always. I don't move forward and my condition never improved. I just didn't have the right surroundings, The people around me wasn't like supporting. In Denmark, it's very hard to be a bodybuilder, man.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have this support system, and you don't have this knowledge people that know things about bodybuilding that can make you improve, man.
Yeah.
I am alone, you know.
Vlad Sorochko did it. He moved from Ukraine to obviously Kuwait. No, Kuwait, not Kuwait. The other one, Dubai. Denmark. Sorry, no, I'm on about Vlad Sorochko. And then you had people like Kamal that moved from UK to America. And you're kind of in the same position that Brandon Curry was in, because he was in that. He said exactly the same. He was like, "It's now or never. I've got to take that jump up." So when did you go over there? When did it all start?
It all started after the Arnold last year because of I was not in my best last year, man. I was in very, very bad condition, man. I really worked hard. The training was good, but the end phase of the diet does go sideways. My peak weight does go from good to bad, you know.
Really?
So I just take the decision with Abdullah called me, "Listen, Patrick, you have everything to move forward. You have the ability to be in the top 6.
Yep.
Already in the first year, you know. He believed in me since I won my pro card. Yeah. He was contacting me every day, like, come on. Yeah.
Wow.
He was writing to me, contact me. Then he finally said, "Listen, Patrick, man, you don't have to pay nothing. I'll buy a flight ticket for you right now."
Wow.
Between 44 hours, he called me.
Yeah.
I was in Kuwait. I called my boss. "Listen, man, I need a vacation, like 8 weeks.
Yeah.
If you can't give me a vacation like 8 weeks, then I will cancel my job.
Okay.
It is up to you."
Yeah.
Then I just told her, "You know what? Cancel my job. I'll come to Kuwait."
Yeah.
Then I take the big leap, you know. So
how long have you been out there?
Out there, it is, oh man, how to describe it, man.
No, how long? Sorry, how long have you been? Have you been in Kuwait training and been in that kind of that mode? How long?
As I've been in Kuwait, in this environment, exactly 8 weeks now. You know?
Perfect. You've done all that in 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I saw the most muscular from last year to this year, and I mean, it looks like your little brother on the left.
Oh man, we actually do. You should see me today, man. I look crazy, but I can show you pictures.
Oh no! No, to be honest, Patrick, I wouldn't expect you to be honest, because it'd be like no, because I, as a fan, I want to see, you know, what I was seeing weeks ago, which was impressive. I really want to see that on the day, you know, because that's gonna be something really special. So wow. Okay, so what would you say the best things about being out there are, and what's it like?
So the best thing of being here, it is the people, the surroundings, and all this environment of living a bodybuilder, being a bodybuilder, you know. Yeah. It is all about being a bodybuilder, nothing else.
Yeah.
Focus 100%, and the training is very intense, and I just don't have to do nothing than focus on myself.
Yeah.
Don't be stressed, train, be with the people that really have the same passion with you.
Yeah.
And there are some good and bad things too, you know, but mostly good things.
Well, the thing is, even if it's 8 weeks, and I mean, obviously you're going to miss your family, you're going to miss elements of being back home, but, you know, for 8 weeks, you know, that's enough to kind of get a good prep and make some good improvements, and, you know, that will ensure then that you then go to the stage, you know, giving yourself the best chance.
But Abdullah, we have been working together all year, you know, because the off season, he made the plans for me. Then I just stay in Denmark. But still, when you are in Denmark, I have to work, you know.
Yeah. I
have an ordinary job. I have an ordinary life. It is not the same, you know. I didn't improve that much. The 8 weeks I have been here, it's like I've been here like for months, man.
Really?
You know, the improvement, you're going to see it this Sunday, man. Yeah. It is crazy, man. It is so surrealistic how my body responds to the environment where it is only like bodybuilding. no stress, no nothing else.
Thing is, Patrick,
body-
if you're like, if you was that good with a job, if you were that good a bodybuilder and you had a job and your family and you had other commitments and you had other things taking up your time and your energies and mentally and physically, if you can go out there and just literally, like you said at the start, you can just be a bodybuilder 24/7 for 8 weeks. I mean, it's just, it's obviously the proof is, you've proved it.
I'm gonna show you. It is better you will say something. All this talk and they make a big picture of how it transformation. It doesn't realize. It doesn't show the real picture, man.
Yeah.
You have to say it on Sunday.
And I bet that you're really, because you're a bodybuilder that really loves to train. Like I really noticed that in your videos. You can see that I can tell. I've been in the industry long enough to know the athletes that really love training. And I've seen some of your training videos over in Kuwait, and it looks like you're really, really having a blast, mate.
To be honest, I have to lower my intensity here.
Really?
Yes, I was training too hard, too old school. Like now it is more like, okay, we do some technique. We do like lightweight, heavyweight. We do like deload, I was doing more volume, high intensity heat training, man. So they need to adjust my training.
Yeah. I
need to go down in volume, all that kind of stuff, because I was just training too hard, man.
Wow. Yeah. So okay. So apart from obviously, when do you fly out to Birmingham?
Wednesday.
You fly out Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you thought about any other shows after that, or are you just focusing purely on this one?
Listen, man. We have a winner mentality here in Kuwait, man. We don't do plan B, man.
Right. Good.
We are coming out for the knockout. They are for the knockout.
Yeah.
Only one show. That's it.
Yeah.
We believe in our abilities, and I believe in my own ability to be the last man standing there.
Yeah.
I always been this guy that believe in myself. I just didn't have the right people around me before.
Yeah.
Now I have it, so
yeah.
I don't need more than one show to knock those guys out.
Good. So, I mean, after the Arnold, are you flying back to Denmark, or are you staying out in Kuwait, or?
I have to go back to Denmark because I have to settle some things with my job.
Yeah.
So I have to talk with my boss. Then I have an apartment that I have to put to sell.
Yep.
Because I have to, my plan of the future, the next 5-6 years, is coming together.
Okay.
We have a big plan for the future because this year we're going to the Olympia and go for the first call out, top 6.
Yeah.
The next year we're gonna fight for the top 3.
Wow. No, because I remember when you turned pro, and I was like, "Holy shit, who's this guy?" And then obviously 2020 we spoke, and you had all the situation with COVID, and it was struggling to. I mean, that was just a nightmare. 2021, you kind of managed to compete, which was great. And now you're coming back, and you're like, right, okay, I'm bigger, I'm better, I'm coming for the knockout.
Yeah, and who is my roommate?
Who?
Brandon Carey.
No way.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
Train together.
Oh.
How cool is that?
I'll tell you what,
How cool is that?
That's not a bad training partner, Brandon Carey. How's that going?
Yeah, it's going good, man. He's getting shape very quick.
Really?
Very quick. He's a quick responder, man. Crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen when he goes out there. I mean, I've seen before and after, and even when I did the tour with him, even when he just trains, his body transforms. He's like he said, he pumps up. I couldn't believe when I saw him in the gym, and it was like an hour later, he looked like a completely different bodybuilder. So he's obviously a fast responder. Thing is, like you said, when he's like yourself, he had commitments back home, and when he goes out to Kuwait, like yourself, you can just focus on being the best bodybuilder. So yes, how long have you been training with Brandon?
Oh, it's good. He's actually, I will not say like he's super strong, but he's very focused too, So
good. Good. Well, I saw it. I mean,
But
I've
it
seen
is-
he does high volume as well, doesn't he? A lot of sets, a lot of reps.
lot of reps, and there are reps and a lot of like super set, drop set, monster set, giant set, house reps, cluster set, and I'm not used to all those kind of strength. I'm like that one set straight,
Yeah.
8 to 10 reps, super heavy.
Yeah.
Here it's like they're gonna take one set, they do one technique, the next set they change it to another technique. Like for me, it is good training, but in the off season, I'm definitely gonna do my own training because
Okay.
I can do that all day. I can, man.
Think-
I'm gonna get boring, man.
Yeah. Thing is, it's a change in stimulus, isn't it? If you train like old school heavy duty and then you go out there and you're employing all these different intensity techniques, it's a change of stimulus to your body. So it probably is going to change your body, especially when you're on a low calorie deficit.
But I can see the philosophy behind it. It is very effective, like in a short period of time. Like, okay, you're gonna prepare for a context like 10 to 12 weeks. It's very effective, It works, and I can see my body responds super fast on this kind of training too.
Yeah.
But in the off season, I need to go back to my own style back. So
Fair enough. So obviously you're competing next week. Are you excited?
honestly, yes, I'm excited, and I can't wait to shoot a new packet because we are really, really putting in the hard work. I've been training like twice a week for the last 8 weeks.
Yeah.
I've never trained so much, man. Like,
Twice a day, 6 days a week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
twice a day, man. I've never trained so much.
Wow. Oh, wow. That's awesome, mate. Who are you looking? I mean, have you looked at the lineup? Are you excited to go against these new guys and existing guys, or are you don't care?
For be honest, I don't care who is showing up.
Yeah.
The only person always telling me this is competing, he's there. It is Abdullah, my coach. I am the kind of guy that don't even care who is up in that list, man.
Yeah.
I don't even look at the list, man. I don't care.
Good. Patrick, you're competing against the version you were last year, and you're going to smash that.
100%.
Patrick, as you're a week out, mate, and I can see you've just trained, and you probably haven't had a chance to have your post-workout meal yet. I'm going to let you go, but Patrick, it's good to catch up, mate, and I'm so excited to see the improvements and see what, because like I said, I've been following you right from the start now, so it's going to be really, really, it's going to be good to see the audience reaction and everything when you walk out with this new improved package.
You're going to be excited, man. The new Patrick is something I've been aching inside of me to show, but I have never been able to show it, man.
Good.
Like, all what I've been showing is like an amateur level, man. Now you're going to see a top professional level of Patrick, man. You got everything has improved. So
Oxygen, Abdullah, Brandon Curry, that's a proper dream team, mate, and yourself. That's a team around you, isn't it?
It couldn't be better, man.
Yeah.
Brandon Curry have been helping me with the posing. So my presentation is going to be top notice too, man. So
good. Oh, I'm excited now, mate. I'm really excited. Really excited. All right then, Patrick. Thank you so much for coming on at very short notice, and I do appreciate it. And like I said, just all the best for the Arnold UK, mate, and just go smash it up, mate.
Yes, see you at the Olympia too as well.
Oh yes. On the Thursday night, I'll be looking for you. I'll be looking for you with my microphone.
You can bite on that too. I will be at the Olympia.
Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I'm definitely going, mate. So we'll be there. So because I haven't been since 2019. So yeah, I'll be looking for you, mate. I'll be searching for you to get that interview.
Yes.
All right then,
I'm
Patrick.
Looking forward to that.
All right, go get some food and a nap. Go get some food and a nap, and then go get ready for your next training session.
Yes. That's actually my plan today.
Yep.
I'm gonna eat now, then I sleep, then I'm gonna train again.
Yeah, that's every day, Groundhog Day, day in, day out for 8 weeks. That's what you got to do, and that's what happens. That's what makes the gains. Cool. All right then, mate. I will speak to you very soon.
Okay. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Patrick. Thank you. Pleasure, mate. Okay, guys, welcome to Season 5, Episode 4 of MD Globe Muscle Hot News. And of course, well, by the time you watch this, we will be 4 days out from the Arnold UK. It's been an absolutely huge event. I think they're expecting something like 70,000 people. I believe the tickets are sold out for Friday and the Saturday. So they've been posting anyway. But I mean, it's basically picked up where Body Power left off, really. But I went to the last Body Power in 2019. Do you know what I feel sorry for? The guy that bought Body Power. Pandemic in 2020. 2021, obviously the pandemic, and then in 2021, the Arnold UK came to the NEC and kind of took over. So I feel really bad for that guy because I can't imagine spending all that money on that. I mean, but anyway, we're here to talk about the Arnold UK. Now, of course, first of all, I'm going to go to the two guests that we had in this episode. Two of the kind of front runners, really, for the Arnold UK, the open class. Of course, in this episode, I said it in the interview. Mark Hector, for me. Saying it out now. I mean, you'll have seen it on the preview, which should have come out yesterday. I'm filming it Monday. We're filming this Sunday, going out Wednesday. You're watching this Wednesday. And the preview, we're filming Monday, and that usually goes out the next day. So you will know that I am picking Mark Hector as my front runner for the show. And even with Andrew Jack, Martin Fitzwater, James Hollinshead, this is Andrea Presti. I'm not sure if Jamie the Giant, of course. But I'm not sure if Presti's actually down to compete, I don't think, I mean, he's got 2 wins. I've got a funny feeling Andrea Presti won't be doing this. I know Vlad's out. I spoke to Vlad because obviously he got the win at the Yamamoto Pro last weekend in Padova, not Milan. And so he's shutting it down until Olympia now. And now he's also, he is working with Dennis Wolf. He confirmed it. And they only started working together 2.5 weeks out from the Yamamoto Pro. And obviously, Vlad, won that show quite clearly. And he brought by far the best package. So whatever Dennis has been doing, in those last couple of weeks are very, very important when you're competing, So anyway, on with Mark Hector. Mark Hector, 68,000 followers. Do you know what I like about that? That tells me he's not bought any. That means he's cool. Because, some of these people that buy them, it's very lame. Don't do it, guys. It looks... there's a way of finding out if anyone's got bought followers. They did it with Lee Thompson years ago, before he got kicked out of the Pro League. And they checked... They had some sort of app, and it checked how many fake followers he had. And it was something like 80% of them. I mean, that's cringe, isn't it? I mean, thing is, 68,000 followers, that's enough people. That's enough people following you about, isn't it? Hiding behind bushes. So, yeah, I'm one of them. Love Mark Hector, he's so awesome. So anyway, I'll show the video that, I probably won't show you the comment I put on his Instagram, but it was a very bad swear word. But it was I can't actually posted. I can't find it. Is it the outside one where he was posing? And he claims in the interview that he's actually super... Look at that back. I mean, look at that. Look at that. I mean, what is he there? What is he sort of... How many weeks out is he there? It doesn't say. Oh, 3.5 weeks out. 3.5 weeks to get my waist smaller and improve my taper. And this isn't one of those photos that is filmed with a fisheye lens or it's filmed at an angle, to make his waist look smaller. It's not like... This is straight on, And he said he's put on 25 pounds of muscle. By the time he hits the stage, he was 240 at the British Grand Prix when he took third in 2020. He now is in the 260s. So he's going to be at least... Obviously, he's got to carb up and dry out. But he's going to be at 5'10", at least 20 pounds... I sound like a northerner then. Going to be. He's at least 20 pounds heavier. So, this is... I'm so excited to see the return of Mark Hector. It's doing that thing again. Hang on. Okay. Right, okay. So I don't really want to see training stuff. I just want to see the physique. Wow. This was... I can't find it now. Where is it? It's not here. Hang on. Let's have a look at some pictures. Look at that. The legs. I mean, he didn't have big legs before. They were okay, but compared to the upper body, there was definitely an imbalance there. But look at that. Look, and you know what I love seeing? I think you know what I'm going to say, Lauren. He's got the detail in the shoulders, which means he's not like a lot of the pros now are shooting shit in their shoulders, and it is very annoying. Rami, Hadi, some of the other guys, they're basically putting the gear in the shoulders, and the shoulder swells up. But for some people like with beady eyes like myself, this is what we want to see. This is what we want to see. We want to see the striations. We want to see the detail. We don't want to see swollen fake delts that stand out a mile for the wrong reasons when they're posing on stage. So let's have a look. God, yeah, look at that. And do you know what? Like I said in the interview, he's got really good calves now as well. Really good calves. Really good. Because I'm obviously a lot of black guys, and genetically, if they haven't got calves, a lot of them really struggle to build them. But look what he's done there. It's absolutely incredible. So it shows that he does have good genetics, and obviously he's putting a lot of hard work to build those calves up. So legs look great. Everything's popping. Love the detail. Love the small waist. He's obviously been working very, very hard this last 2 years, as all the guys are, but he's really got the results, and he looks so dry there. Look at that. So he's 1 week out. So that was today? That's today. Yes, today. That's what... Ago. Yeah. Oh, this was... Oh, was it say that? Where? Oh, yeah, 4 hours. Yeah, so it's literally about 2 hours after the interview. Sorry, 2 hours before the interview we've got in this episode. This is what he's looking like. So... yeah, the detail. He's not even pulled water yet or anything. That's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I just think, and the thing is, when you scan the lineup, you look at Mark Hector, it's his shoulder to waist that really makes him stand out. I remember when he turned pro at the Amateur Olympia in 2018 in Coventry, and it's what your eyes are drawn to at the end of the day, and that's going to really hit home with the judges, and we all love to see guys like Samson, and Mark that bring classic lines, but with the size of the open pros. So, yeah. So I almost don't want to see too much. I don't want to actually kind of give it away really. But yeah, there we are. I think this was the video I saw. Was this the one I saw? I can't remember. I think it was. Terry Hollands. Oh Jesus, Ryan Terry, looking incredible, mate. They're in for a shock. Oh, Rude Boy, Ricardo. Wow, looking crazy. Yeah, I think this was the video I saw. So it's a good couple of weeks out there. But look at the way everything just pops. And he says he's flat as a fart there as well. So, sorry, pancake. Flat as a fart. Got to remember, I am at home, but we shouldn't use the language I use at home. So also I've been swearing, I've been saying the C word a lot because I'm watching The Boys. I've been watching all 3 seasons, and I do use the C word a lot at home now. And I'm so sorry, Lauren. I'm sorry, it's disgusting. There's no excuse for it. You look really bored. Look at that. See, imagine that in a lineup. And it doesn't matter if guys are heavier or bigger. It's the muscle bellies. It's the, like when Vince Taylor in the 90s was beating guys, much, much heavier and much, much bigger. This is, he's kind of, that's the holy grail of being an open pro. You want that size aesthetics. You want the pop. You want the symmetry. And he now has it. So I'm really, really excited. And I honestly do. I think he's going to win. I think he will win. I think he'll be Andrew Jacked. Yeah, you don't like that. I know Andrew Jack's the flavour of the month at the moment, but, he's yet to really bring good condition yet. And I say that even though he won Texas, beating Martin Fitzwater and Kamal and, all these other great pros, he still, for me, is way, way behind someone like Mark Hector in terms of conditioning and detail from the back. So we will see, though. We will see. Because I'm hoping that he brings his best ever look to the Arnold UK, because they've talked up about how when he turned pro at the Arnold Amateur, and obviously the pro debut, he was kind of only a few weeks into his prep. I don't really like that when pros say stuff like that, or coaches say that, because it means, for me, I feel it's a little bit, you shouldn't apologize for why you didn't look better when you've won. You should just say, take the praise and just turn up better next time. But, so, naughty. Right, okay. I'm going to go to Patrick Johnson, our guy, who you've just watched in this episode. Here was the shot I mentioned in the interview. So, this was Patrick this time last year. Wow. I know. And then we have him now. I said to him, look, the picture in the left looks like your little brother. Yeah. It does, doesn't it? It's incredible. It looks double the size. He pretty much is now. What do you think? How much heavier do you think he is? I think he was about 240, 250 last year. He looks a good 10, 15, 20 pounds heavier there, doesn't he? And to think he's been working with Abdullah, Coach Abdullah, who obviously prepped, who reached out to Brandon Curry at the end of 2016. I was at that Olympia, and Brandon Curry pretty much got last place at the Olympia. Contacted Brandon Curry and said, come to Kuwait, and you'll win the Olympia within, was it 2 years, I think he said, or a couple of years. 3 years later, he did. So, that was... Coach Abdullah has now done the same to kind of Patrick Johnson. You saw in the interview what Abdullah has done for him. He's flown him out, and he's prepped him and he's working with him. And he's obviously sees a potential in Patrick Johnson as well. So, I've been following this guy's career. I think he turned pro in, I'm sure it was 2018 when he did what's that show in Denmark? What was it called? Anyway, he turned pro there. Tried to compete in 2020, but obviously with flight restrictions and stuff like that. And I don't think he actually got to compete at all that year. 2021, had some good places. I think had some 4th places, 5th places and stuff like that. Some top 6, but he said he wasn't happy. So he's basically gone all out this year. He's gone all in. He's got himself out to Kuwait for 8 weeks. Roommate with Brandon Curry. And it just looks like the magic really has happened. So let's have a look at some other stuff. He loves to train, this guy. I know it sounds like a silly thing to say. But, some of these guys, you can tell they don't really love training. They just like bodybuilding and being successful at it. They're talented at it. But some of these guys, the guys, you can tell the guys that really, really enjoy training. So look at that. He's dry. Look at that. Look at the detail on the legs there. That is awesome. Yeah, we like it. Looks good. It looks really good. It looks really good. Where's that video I saw earlier on? I was looking. Chicken thigh. Chicken thigh. Like a what? Chicken. A very big chicken drumstick. Right. Okay. This is the video. This is where Brandon Curry always poses. Yeah, isn't it? It must be obviously you've got good natural light, directional light. Let's zoom in a bit. Let's have a look. Look at the shoulders, the arms. My God, somebody smoking there. So it's only a very short video. They're only just showing the one pose of the radial bicep. But that was 5 weeks out. That's 5 weeks out. So he was only out there for Patrick was only there for 3 weeks when this video was taken. So let's see what else we can see. How many weeks out is this? 5 weeks out again. My God. Do you know what? He looks positively Ronnie Coleman-like there, doesn't he? I mean, I saw Ronnie Coleman in the flesh many, many times in the Olympias and the Grand Prix, and it was pretty mind-blowing, really. Yeah. His back looks improved as well. He's got massive calves as well. Look at that. Look at the soleus. Look at the way it flares out from the ankle. That's incredible. So, I mean, you've got dug out hamstrings and glutes at 5 weeks out. So imagine what he's going to look like this Sunday in the NEC. I mean, I think he's going to look absolutely sensational. And I think people are under-talking this guy up. Hang on, that doesn't sound right. That's a double, triple negative. They're not talking about this guy enough. So, okay. Right, let's have a look at one more. And, look, there he is with his buddy, Brandon Curry. Wow. Look at that. That's so cool. I bet he was thrilled when he found out he was training with Brandon Curry, 2019 Mr. Olympia. Do you think Brandon can win the Olympia this year?
Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
Yeah. I've heard Rami's bit of trouble with his. I've heard that Rami is actually. It's been reported that he might be looking at 6 months in jail because apparently he took a second wife, as you're supposed to be. You can in Egypt, and you legally have to tell the first wife that you're going to be getting a second wife. So how do you feel about that, Lauren? No. Yeah, funny that. Yeah, so he could be looking at 6 months in jail, but I really don't see Egypt. I mean, he's like a god. I mean, they'll be building a sphinx for him one day, or a pyramid in his honor. So anyway, so that's a really cool picture. I like that. Brandon's a cool guy. I did tour with him a couple of years ago. Let's have a look. He's got some thick triceps on him. Really thick triceps. So how many weeks? I think that must have been when he just got out there. So he's in really good condition by the time he even got to Kuwait. So, I mean, it's just amazing what these guys can do in such a short space of time when they have no distractions and they've just got full focus on their training, their food, their sleep. They've got no stress, no distractions. They just literally just have to train twice a day, sleep, eat, recover, go get sports massage, soft tissue. And this is what I said. I said, you've got a hell of a team around you now. Oh, hang on. Maybe an image of 4 people. Oh, it doesn't. What's that done? I want to see the picture. Come on. Oh, there we go. Don't happen there. So there's Abdullah looking all serious with his boys. Do you know what? I would love to see Brandon reclaim the Olympia like Jay Cutler did in 2009 when he lost it to Dexter Jackson in 2008. I think Brandon could do it. Yeah, he's been second. He won first in 2019, second to Ramy 2020 and 2021. So, the current Arnold Classic champion, which he did on the back of a 12-week prep. Apparently, he got to Kuwait a little bit late. Didn't bring his best condition, but still beat an all-time best William Bonac to take the Arnold Classic. Done it again. Sorry. Very sensitive trackpad, this one. Right, okay then. So, yes, I'm really, really happy to see Patrick back. Really happy to see that he's made the move and he took the leap to go out to Kuwait. And it looks like it's worked. So we're really, really happy for him and very excited to see how he will do. And like I said, he's a name that is not being brought into the conversation for the top 3, even the top 5. But, like I said, this is a very stacked show. So anyway, we're going to go to Bodybuilders Without Borders. Okay, aside from the Arnold UK, this was something I saw today. William Martins, who from Brazil, I've interviewed with Miguel Chain, remember? He is doing the Yamamoto Pro because I didn't realize until a few days ago, there's another called the Tsunami Nutrition Cup or whatever in Italy by the same promoters, Barbara Bagnuolo. I think that's right. She's doing another Open Pro show 4 weeks after, so 2.5 weeks from now, in Italy. So yes, 2 pro shows in a month. That's a lot of work, with different sponsors, Yamamoto and Tsunami. I wonder if Tsunami is actually owned by Yamamoto because it looks very similar, or have they copied them? I wonder how that works. I wonder how that works though, because you look at the packaging and the marketing, it's very, very similar. Tsunami and Yamamoto, very similar. I wonder if that's caused any problems if they are separate companies. Sometimes what happens, you get people from the companies that break away and they go and do their own thing and they kind of copy the look. I've seen it happen many, many times. I've seen it happen in the UK actually. So William Martins is coming all the way from Brazil to Italy. I'm assuming to try and get a qualification to the 2022 Olympia. So, yep. So who's that? It looks like Dean White. Is that Dean White? No. It's an amateur. Chris Burr is making his pro debut at the 212 Pro at the Van City Showdown. Is that Vancouver? I'm assuming 2 weeks. I'm not aware of that. He looks naked, doesn't he? Yeah. Okay, get off that one. Right. Okay, but he's not naked. That's the main thing.
They look naked.
Yeah, they look naked. So let's have a look on here quickly. God, he does loads of posts, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That looks like Martin. Looks like a smaller version of Martin Fitzwater, doesn't it? Yeah, it's not Martin Fitzwater. Doesn't it look like him? It looks like him. Look, I thought it was him. I'll be honest.
It's just because of the cap.
Just the cap. What all bodybuilders wear caps?
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Right, okay, Yumon Iton did the Indy Pro earlier this year. I believe he was, was it 3rd or 4th place? Yeah. And he's 3.5 weeks out from the Legion Sport, which is to my knowledge, the last American Olympia qualifier, because now most of the qualifiers for the 2022 Olympia are over this side of the world. So yeah, Yumon's looking good there. I was really shocked that he was actually a 212. We're not using that camera. Okay, keep talking. Okay, I don't know why you're trying to adjust things. Okay, yeah. So, so Yumon is actually jumping on a second prep now, as you can see, and he is doing so he's still staying in the 212, and yeah, he looks good. He was very good to me, actually. He messaged me a lot when I was in hospital. I really appreciated that, actually. Very, very kind of him. What else we got? There's not much, just mostly amateur stuff, because obviously there's a lot of shows coming on now, and yeah. So what's here? What's here? I'm gonna have to look at one more. I've not seen anything. It's nothing really much about the Arnold UK. I wonder why. No, there isn't, is there really? No, it's still there's. I mean, that's going back to last week's Yamamoto Pro, but I wonder why there's not much on there really. It's weird. Maybe obviously, I don't know. Anyway, right, okay, let's go to. I would argue that Andrew Jack, is the favourite to win the Arnold UK, but you know what? I don't know whether he's doing it or not. I've got no confidence. Look, do you know why? Have a look. There is no mention on Andrew Jack's Instagram. He's not hashtagging. He's not tagging in any of the shows. The Arnold UK. See, look, nothing.
I think a lot of the athletes that are
What?
competing as pros, I'm going to choose my words carefully.
Speak up.
I need to choose my words carefully.
Yeah, come on, be quick.
But they have to
They have to.
announce that they are.
Yes, they do. Yeah, this is something Billy Garnon, we'll come to him in a bit, the MC of the Arnold UK, has been saying. He says, pros need to really, when they're posting, they need to tag in the show promoter because otherwise, people might want to go to the Arnold UK purely just to see Andrew Jack or just to see Martin Fitzwater and if they don't know that the competitors are doing it, because a lot of these people don't follow the sport, they just follow the athletes. So, Andrew, if you are doing the show, it's very ambiguous as to whether he is doing it because there's no mention. I mean, there's no tagging in. It's no 7 days out. Like with Mark Hector, there's no 14 day, or Patrick Johnson, there's no 3.5 weeks out, 2 weeks out, 1 week out. You need to, so if you're posting and you are posting something at 2 weeks out, even if it's training, put 2 weeks out and tag in the, Arnold Sports UK. Otherwise, like I said, I honestly don't know whether he's doing it. And there was a bit of debate over his visa or something, but it doesn't look to me like he's. Does it?
Wow, big hack
Does
squat,
it?
though.
He's got big calves, hasn't he?
Holy crap.
Look at him. Yeah, he's got.
I need to go on a hack squat today.
Oh, you want to go hack squat today, right? Okay. I haven't hack squat for months. So I've started back training this week as well. My arms, I couldn't even straighten them. They were like C3 because obviously I haven't trained for 3-4 months because I had obviously, heart surgery. I do have a good excuse for skipping everything day.
You should show people that stitch.
What? My stitch? Oh no, that's gross. I basically put a massive stitch out of my chest 4 months later, and I am not going to make people vomit. So, because I nearly did when I pulled it, I went, oh, what is that? I've still got it though. I didn't throw it away. It's gross. Yeah. So there is absolutely no mention of Andrew Jack competing in the Arnold UK, and I think Billy and these other people do have a point. You've got a point. I think they need to because. If any of his fans are looking at this, and he is doing the Arnold UK, and they would have been able to either watch the live stream or attend, they're going to be pretty annoyed if he's not doing it. So, and if he isn't doing it, why hasn't he done a video to say he wasn't when the Arnold UK is promoting him as being a competitive athlete? Basically, that's all I'm saying. So, and to be honest, it's not much on his Instagram apart from training. I know you like to see the physique stuff anyway.
Regardless.
Of course he does. I mean, he's fantastic. I mean,
Let's see if he comes over.
people think he could be first caller at the Olympia this year. I don't think so. I don't think so.
He's just trying to surprise everyone.
No, that's silly. Don't agree with it. Right, okay, then we're going to go to Martin the Martian Fitzwater. I want to quickly bring him up because he's doing all these kind of cool kind of videos, and his new style is an interesting style. He's putting a lot of effort into his posts. He's talking about how much it's going to cost him to travel in the Arnold Classic. It's going to cost him $10,000, but obviously there's a chance of winning $50,000.
And you can. This includes.
Oh, that's very loud. I'm not going to put the sound on them. Yeah. So, I mean, Martin was runner-up at the Texas Pro 2 Andrew Jack. So maybe he's going because he wants to have a rematch, obviously. But, he's been invited, so he is coming. Sorry?
He wants to win.
He wants to win. Of course he does. Baby Branch, I called him, or Branch 2.0. So he's got, because he's still young, isn't he? He's like, how old is he? 20?
24?
20? My God. 25. Something like that. Anyway, he's very young. But anyway, so yeah, I'm really excited to see him coming over here competing. This will be his first, to best of my knowledge, this is the first time he's actually traveled and competed. Look at the legs. His legs are crazy. Look at that. That's very Branch. I mean, that's Branch's love child, isn't it? That is Branch's, literally Branches. No, Branch Warren I'm talking about, not branches of a tree, woman. Sorry. Getting a bit giddy today. Right, so yeah, there's not much on there really. Just, legs and ab self. Oh, there he is with Ariel. Ariel. That's his girlfriend.
Yeah.
How long have they been together for? Oh, I'm so nosy, aren't I?
Yes.
So nosy. Oh, look. Oh, well. I suppose, he's got someone there who understands the lifestyle, because she's been, 4th Olympia in fitness?
She won the Arnold.
She won the Arnolds, yeah. Fantastic. I've interviewed her before, actually. I've had her on Global a couple of years ago. She was a great guest, actually. So, yeah, just have one. Let's look at one picture or video. Yeah, that's a good picture, isn't it? Oh, colour, black and white. Colour, black and white. Colour, black and white. I bet that's a good little app, isn't it? That's good.
A real baby.
What do you think looks better, colour or black and white? Quick.
It's colour.
Colour. I like black and white.
You.
Just to be awkward, basically. Yeah. So, right.
Real. You need to get onto real.
Real, bollocks, reels. I can't be doing that shit. I've lost a lot of interest in Instagram, Lauren.
Nobody looks at videos.
They've messed up the algorithm. Most of the time, they make you post it as a reel anyway. So can't be doing all that miming and silly bullshit to videos. Basically, Instagram has turned into TikTok, isn't it? And it's so lame. And I get all these suggested things of German people telling me how to train triceps, and I was like, why do I need to know this? And people, it's just nonsense now. It really annoys me. A couple of times I've had to throw my phone at the wall, actually. So I nearly had phone rage. I saw a video today of a guy, of a mum that was filming this flat of her house or whatever, because the whole place was completely destroyed because she took his phone off him. She confiscated his phone, and she just filmed around the house, and he completely smashed everything up in the house.
Why?
I saw it on MD's Instagram feed. I don't know why. He was obviously very phone rage. That's how much kids are connected to their phones. It's like an extension of their bodies. It's not good, is it?
No.
I mean, I don't even know what I would do if my kid did that. Our kid? Okay. Okay, I've probably got a couple knocking around. You can have one. So, right, obviously the huge news this week was, he's not posted it, the actual post, is Derek Lunsford did get the special invite. Very mixed feelings about this, but I know personally, look, Jesus, wow, I'm glad he's doing the Open. Oh my God, he literally looks like a Michelin man, doesn't he? I mean, he looks like he's got footballs under his skin. But the thing with Derek Lunsford is, I'm so glad he's doing. I mean, yes, Ian Valliere is very pissed off, and he's stated that Derek should have to qualify. There's still, I think, 7 open shows before the Olympia for this year that he could have done. But for me, he's the defending Olympia champion. He's the defending 212 Olympia champion. And I got a lot of resistance to this, but I think Olympia champions should be allowed to do other categories in the Olympia, because you get lifetime qualification if you're an Olympia champion. So, like I said before, if Shanique Grant wants to come back and do wellness, as is rumoured, or women's bodybuilding, or figure, say, she should be allowed to just go straight in. And Derek, because for me, so many of the categories, there's such fine lines between them. I can't tell much difference between figure and women's physique anymore. Some of the champions in figure look, in some ways, they're sometimes bigger than the women's physique. Now that shouldn't, and then the same sort of level of condition and muscularity. So my point is, if Derek Lunsford, based upon what we saw at the Pittsburgh, wants to the thing is, he's actually effectively giving up the chance for him to even defend his 212 title. So he is sacrificing that, because I don't think he could win the Olympia this year, I'll be honest. The Open Olympia. He's probably going to fall somewhere in the top 6, maybe top 10. So he is giving up the chance of going to defend his Olympia 212 title. So I think there's something in that. And I think it's, because Flex Lewis got the special invite for 2 years running when he'd been retired a couple of years. And that was an ex-212. That was a 212 competitor that was being invited to the Open. So I think with everything, all things considered, I'm really happy that Derek Lunsford got the special invite. And also, I don't want to see what he's looking like at a qualifier before. I don't want to see Derek Lunsford as an Open until he walks on stage at the Mr. Olympia. So I'm sorry, and I realize a lot of people are not happy about this. A lot of people are very pissed off. You've got guys like Angel Calderon and Sean Clarida that, have won Open shows. But thing is, they're going to be doing 212 anyway. So I don't think they're really that bothered, personally. I mean, I'm just guessing, right? But, So, I haven't got the post in front of me. So this was something if you watch episode 2, when I did with Ron Harris, I said, I think he will get the special invite. I thought maybe it would be a little bit later to be announced, but it's 14, 15 weeks out, and it's announced now. So at least, the suspense is over. Derek Lunsford is going to be in the Open Mr. Olympia, and I'm very, very excited to see how he will look and how he will do. So, yeah, fantastic. Yeah, I'm happy for you, Derek. And also other huge, well, wasn't so much news, but something that really, really blew my mind was this video. Check this out. Look at this.
I like to work.
Oh, turn music off. Yeah, so this is Samson this week. Look at that. I know. And do you know what? Look at when he turns to the back. Look at the separation in his back when he's just relaxed. Look at that. I mean, it's just like an anatomy chart, and he's 14, 15 weeks out. 13 weeks out. Thank you. But I mean, he looks really good. I mean, he was 280. Samson Dauda was 280 at the Arnold Classic in March when he took fourth. When he took fourth place. Was it third? Oh, God, I can't remember. Oh, my God. Well, the Arnold Classic was months ago now, so forgive me. But, I mean, look at that. I mean, I think he could be... I mean, I don't want to go about body weight. It's not always about body weight, but it looks to me like he's going to be mid-280s by the time we see him hit the stage. And this is a guy with aesthetics, a small waist, balanced. It looks like the back has come up, which it did need to come up. But, so this video does have a lot of people talking, for the right reasons. I mean, look at the thickness. Look at that. And his abs are still nice and thick, and the waistline isn't blown out, and he's probably he's way over 300 pounds here. Way over. Probably more like 315, 320, I would say. But, so really, this got a lot of people talking this week. So that one, oh, it's he does a lot of photo shoots, artistic photo shoots. Fleetila. This is obviously a creative photographer.
He's a lot smaller there.
He is a lot smaller, yeah. Was that maybe when he was amateur? What do you think? Yeah, I don't know. Let's have a look. Oh, let's go back to that one. Right, yeah. So that was pretty much all I wanted to show on Samson's. And so that's really obviously he was runner-up at the Arnold Classic last year, the Arnold UK. So he's not coming back this year. He's just shutting it down until the 2022 Mr. Olympia. My final kind of news item is I just want to give Billy Garnon a shout out because he is going to be the MC at the Arnold Classic UK. So Billy will do a fantastic job. We were literally sat beneath him at the Romania Muscle Fest last year, and I mean he put the MC in. I won't go there, Lauren. I won't talk about the Irish incident ever again. It's tough. It's tough up there, and you've got to keep the energy, and you've got to keep the, and plus don't forget he did that with no audience. He just did that 2 years running with no audience at the Romania because of the COVID situation. But I wonder if there'll be an audience this year. Of course there will be in Romania, won't there? I don't think can the venue hold that many people. Because even last year with the amateur, professional athletes and the coaches, the place was very, very busy at the Romania Muscle Fest. It was packed. Yeah, it was. So that was without spectators. Wow. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, I just want to give a big shout out there to Billy. I'm sure he will do an absolutely fantastic job as always. Okay then, guys. And I think that is pretty much it for this week's MD Global Muscle. And like I said, check out the preview with myself and Ron Harris, MD online editor, for our Arnold preview and predictions. That should be out yesterday by the time you watch this. And that is it. And please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe and hit all the juicy stuff. And that is it. Okay then, guys. What are you laughing at? Okay, guys. We'll see you next week. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. And ladies and gentlemen, we are out.